Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today we are back playing some more Fire Emblem Engage. On the last time, we finished Alier's paralog mission, which is the final paralog mission of the game as far as I'm aware. And we are on chapter 23, which means that I think there are 3 chapters left in the game. I'm here in the arena because I decided that I didn't want to do another giant Somniel episode after this one. So I got everything set up to get all the skills that I want for the rest of the game. So I did all the training because training is just kind of monotonous and boring, but I didn't inherit any of the skills. So we're going to go through and I'm going to put all the skills that I'm going to have on all of my units for the rest of the game. And we're just going to see how that goes. Alier, I'm going to have him, he's had a bunch of SP, and I think I'm actually just going to throw on Avoid plus 20, because I think High Avoid is nice. And I think that also works with his other skill right now that he got from Marth, which is Perceptive. And so if I initiate combat, that's plus 15 Avoid. So that's just a bunch of extra Avoid that Alier is going to want towards the end of the game. So we have that. Lydon is going to get Cantor. Cantor's going to end up on a lot of units. So that way I can, you know, do a lot of hit and run tactics potentially. So we have that. Kagetsu is, I think, another one that I'm just going to put some Avoid on. Just because I think it's good for him. And I don't want to give every single person the exact same skill, and I also tried to use, like, as much of the remaining SP as possible. Like, I'll still be gaining SP, and so there is a chance it's like, oh, I could have waited until before the final chapter, then come back in and gotten a different skill, but I'm just, you know, gonna get everybody's skill right now. Yeah, Alfred is another one that I think is just taking Cantor. Let me just double check that I didn't train up anybody else. Yeah. So he is also going to take Cantor. Anybody that's at that 1000 SP is most likely getting Cantor. I don't think there's any exceptions. You're at the 1000. Did I do the same for you? I did. So Lapis will also take Cantor. You can see the sort of theme of what's happening here. Rosado is generally being paired up with Sigurd, so he's actually not going to get Cantor. What did I do for Rosado? I think I'm doing... I have to find it. Not speed plus, defense plus. Yeah, because Rosado, I think, is one of our lower defense units, and sometimes he can get into situations with this high movement, especially with Sigurd, that he's going to need to take some attacks, and so I think upping his defense is good, and he only has 600 SP to work with as well, so that limited my options. Chloe already has both of her slots filled. Lanceguard is actually not helping me at all, but I also didn't have a ton of SP to work with, so I think I can do something. Did I have... What was my plan here? I think my plan... What is it even... Oh, right. My plan was... Right, I can't get Cantor Plus. I think my plan was to not actually do anything. I don't think I had a plan. But honestly, I think we should just take, like, HP plus 7 and just replace the Lance Guard with that. This Lance Guard isn't actually doing anything for me because I misunderstood how it worked. Because I don't know how to read. Yunaka... what did I do with Yunaka? 500... I don't think it was resistance. I need to look through and see what I trained up. Not any of these. No. It might have been more speed. Yeah, I think I want more speed on her. Because high speed is higher avoid. Yunaka benefits from having higher avoid. Which is what her knife precision does anyway. Grants extra hit and avoid. So more speed is good. I think her speed stat's like 21, which, like, it's fine, but, like, I have a lot, like, Chloe's speed stat is, like, in the 30s, so Yunaka having a lower speed stat like that is not as good, so that's why I chose that. Kalan, I believe, is another one that's just getting Cantor. He's got exactly 1018, so I think I passed right over it. Oh, no, I didn't put Cantor on him, or maybe I meant to and I didn't do the training. Nah, that's definitely what I wanted to put on him. I will not forget about that. Alchrist is actually not getting Cantor. He doesn't have 1000. What I'm deciding to do with Alchrist is actually get extra resistance. Just that way he can combat mages that attack him, you know, better. It doesn't make his resistance amazing, but I do think it makes it better. Faram, is one of those that's at 1,000 and is going to go ahead and take Canter. Boucheron, I don't think has enough SP to increase his axe power. That's the only thing that I could do, because he has axe power, he has lineage, which is like more experience. So I actually did not decide to put a different skill on him. Ete already has Canter, so I needed to find something else for her for over 1,000. And I actually, okay, right. So I'm doing something a little bit different with her. I'm actually going to give her Canter Plus, which is just going to take the place of Canter. And then I'm going to actually inherit this favorite food, because when I think about when I bring Ete to a map, I could have tried to do this with Alchrist as well, but Lyn is such a powerful emblem, so if I make use of this favorite food, and if I bring Ete with Lyn, then I can, like, use Lyn's stuff, and then once it runs out, I can eat the favorite food and just immediately go to town again. So that is the plan with Ete, so that's a little fun. Jean already has kind of everything he needs. Actually, no, because Magikarp is another one. Right, Magikarp isn't helping me out, but I actually do have 1,000 SP, so I can use that to get Canter. Did I also forget to do that? Because I feel like we should do that. Right, because Magikarp is just, yeah, foes equipped with a tome. And then Anna can't do anything. She does not have that much SP. So, whoops, I did not do all the training that I was supposed to. Let's go ahead and just get Canter on Clan and Jean. And then that's going to be done. We can start talking about the Pact Ring a little bit. We did get the Pact Ring. And so how it works is you do need to give it to somebody with that you have an A support with Alier. And so I looked at my options, and I don't have an A support rank with literally anybody yet. So I'm going to look through, and I actually am going to give you my decision before I even give away the Pact Ring.
You rather admire the divine dragon.
I could draw it out.
Yeah. I waited so long for the divine dragon to wake up.
You sure did.
It's like I'm living in a dream.
I could draw it out and make you guys wait even more. But I want to sort of talk you through my decision for the Pact Ring and what I'm going to do with it. That way you understand my priorities for support increases and whatnot. I'm going to try to get the A support with the person I'm going to give the Pact Ring to first, and then we can just kind of get that out of the way. So we'll see how that goes. But I got to make sure to get Canter, and I'm going to equip all the skills, and then we will talk about the Pact Ring decision. I haven't gone around and done picking up our stuff and doing our supports or anything like that. So we're going to do that, and then I'm probably going to go through and, you know, refine some weapons and all that as well.
War is a cruel thing. Should one so young as you be exposed to its horrors?
Young or old, it'll touch all our lives anyway. I can make a stand, so I will.
Fair enough. It's got a point. Alright. All the emblem training is done. I have a bunch of extra bond fragments. Let's go ahead and just inherit skills. Plan. Take. Where is it? Take Canter. All yours. Jean. Canter, all yours. Alright, let's go through and actually equip all these skills now. Oh my gosh. Manage skills. So we have Perceptive and Void plus 20 on Aliar. We have Speed plus 5 and Canter on Linden. Getsu has Dual Assist and a Void plus 15. I could have looked into Dual Assist Plus. I don't think anybody had enough SP for that, but I also kind of forgot about it. So if I could have done it and I didn't, it's because I forgot about it. But I think Dual Assist has been proccing enough that it's not that big of a deal. Alfred's got Lance Power and Canter. I think... You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I was supposed to just give Alfred Lance Power plus 3. But I forgot. Oh well. He has Canter now. So does Lapis and Dual Assist. Rosado has Speed Taker and Defense plus 3. Chloe is going to have HP plus 7 as well as Canter. Yunaka is going to have Precision 5 and Speed plus 3. Clan has Speed Taker as well as Canter now. Alchrist has Speed plus 5, Resistance plus 3. Ram has his Geosphere plus that we got from a while ago, and then Canter. Boucheron's going to keep his Lineage and Axe Power. SCA is going to have Canter plus and Favorite Food. And then Jean is going to have Canter and Speed plus 5. And Anna has X Guard 5 and Dual Assist. And that is all well and good. I didn't actually look at Zelkov. Zelkov has 391 SP, so I couldn't switch around his skills even if I wanted to. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. He has Canter and Momentum anyway, so he already has his skills full up if I decide to bring him to any of the endgame chapters, which I might. I'm not against it. But anyway, let's go back to the plaza and let's sort of talk about our Pact Ring decision, because my options are limited. If I had any choice of any character, I could say like, oh, I'm just going to give it to my favorite character or whatever. That's not what I'm doing. Obviously, I do want to make a ranking video of like my favorite characters, talk about all the characters in this game, talk about my favorites, least favorites, and I don't want to give that away for sure. I mean, you can kind of get vibes as to who I really like and who I don't as much. There aren't really that many characters that I like straight up dislike. Some of them just don't do as much for me. But I don't really have that option. So you can see there's like all these characters down here that I don't even have a C support with. They're just off the table. Like I would have to grind so much to get those supports up. Just not even options. The ones that are C support, kind of the same thing. I'm just kind of cutting them off. There are a couple here that I think would be really funny or really cool, but they're just not happening. Which means that this is our options. We have Cyril, Zelkov, Jean, Etier, Boucheron, Fram, Alcris Clan, Yunaka, Chloe, Alfred, Kagetsu, and Linden. Here's what I somewhat understand about the Pact Ring. What I understand about the Pact Ring is I feel like it's not romantic in nature, essentially. So you can just give it to anybody, and I don't think that any of them get like paired up romantically. I don't think that's like an implication at all. So I'm not really taking that into consideration. There's also a difference of like, would I want to pick somebody that I would choose for myself romantically, or would I choose somebody for Alier? And I think knocked off the table in all senses, who is eliminated, who's not getting the Pact Ring. Linden is not getting the Pact Ring. Off of the initial wave, I would also say that Clan is not getting the Pact Ring from those three things. Like, I don't think, obviously, he's a child, so he's not a romantic partner for me or for Alier. And I just don't overwhelmingly see why I would give the Pact Ring to him over others. I think Alcris is also off the table for all those reasons as well. And Jean is off the table for those reasons. Probably Zelkov and maybe Cyril. So when I do my thinking about it, if I was choosing somebody like for me that I would want to give the Pact Ring to for like who I would be the most like interested in if I was to headcanon it like romantically or whatever, it would probably be like maybe like Alfred or like I'll say maybe like Alfred or Yunaka or Boucheron maybe. I think that's kind of it. If I'm trying to think of like who Alier could potentially end up with romantically, I think the only options that I can kind of see is maybe Chloe, just because she loves her like sort of fairy tale stuff, and I feel like they could kind of work. Probably not like the strongest ship in the game, but you know it is there. But if I take apart every sort of romantic headcanoning, then I'm left with the biggest question of all, which is what do I think is the funniest and what do I think is going to be the best content? And to me, what it comes down to is Miss the Divine Dragon looked at me. Just imagine what she's going to be like when I choose her over all people to get this Pact Ring, because it's just going to be funny. So I did this entire explanation of all these romantic, not romantic things, but Frame is going to get my Pact Ring because it's funny. And I can use that as an excuse to not have to label anybody my favorite character in the game. But that's why I'm going to make sure that I get her A support first, because I'd like to do the Pact Ring like immediately, but I am still going to try and get A support ranks with everybody. But that is sort of where my decision has come from. It's just for content, and because I think it'll be funny, and it's because the one that I want to see the most out of all of them. I like Clan could be used for similar reason. I just think Frame is going to have a more over the top reaction, and I just think that a lot of the other A ranks might just be more serious. And I don't know, like this game does serious stuff like okay, but I honestly think that I enjoy more of the funny stuff a lot more. So that is my decision. But there's a lot that I definitely couldn't consider. I think Chloe's a good option. I think Alfred's a good option. I think Zelkov is a solid option. I think Cyril could be interesting as well. I think there's a lot of characters that it makes sense to give to, but hopefully I made my points clear for who I'm choosing, why I'm choosing, and who I would have chosen if I was using different criteria. Okay, I'm gonna need all that 9,000 gold. I'm not gonna donate any of it. That sounds so selfish, and that probably comes across really bad. I need that money. I'm not gonna donate it. Please don't take that out of context. Alright, we don't need Pantrea Louis. Let's try and get this A rank conversation with Fram, so we can get this S ranked. Recommended to Lear. Did I pass over Fram before? Where'd she go? There she is. Gift results. Oh my gosh. Just increased. That's not good enough. Into the orchard. We're gonna have to shelf Yunaka and Citrine until we get this, please. But I won't forget about Yunaka and Citrine. Don't you worry about that. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to use all of our, like, support stuff just to try and get this. Cannot believe it. Actually, you know what I should be doing? Can I find... Oh gosh, I'm not gonna be able to find where... Oh, wait, I just saw it. Is Fram anywhere on the map? No. Yes. I don't think I have that many gifts. But I should just be giving her gifts to increase support with her.
So...
I think well, that's not gonna be helpful. Isn't there a... Actually, have been forgetting about it. There is a... Oh, gosh. Where is it? It's the poolside? That, like, extra shop thing? The flea market down here? I think you can buy gifts and stuff here, right? Let's see. Yeah, flea market.
Well then.
Well, then why are you here? Princess Tamara is the only one that can sell stuff. Yeah, I also kind of forgot. You can buy steel and silver ingots here. Which, whoops. I mean, I don't have an unlimited amount of money. But I think I've let so many steel ingots pile up because there's 223 in stock. I'm just gonna buy, like, really cheap gifts.
Thanks for shopping. Thanks for shopping. Thanks for
and
shopping.
just give...
Thanks for shopping.
I'm just gonna give, like, 10 of these to Fram.
Thanks for shopping. Thanks for shopping. Feel free to come again.
Alright, hopefully that's enough. Because I've already been increasing my support with Fram. So, Lookout Ridge. That's where Fram is. Back here. Alright, please. You like this, right? Alright, good. Please, give me your conversation. I feel like you need to plan... Like, I'm gonna have to plan in advance who I want my Pact ring to go for, to go in the future. Before I go ahead and actually have that conversation, I do not think that I got my stuff in the farmyard. Yeah, I did not get my stuff from the farmyard. And then there is the support thing that we can have in the stables. And then after I get all my support ups with people I want... Actually, I'm going to have to go to the arena. Do 3 more random fights. Just because I can. Pretty Pebbles, cool. Alright, so now let's actually put Citrine and Yunaka back in here. Okay, no conversation. We'll definitely get there. Alright, so we're gonna do a quick trip. I keep mixing up both the menus. I don't know why I've, like, hit the wrong button, like, 4 times. And going to the wrong menu. I don't even think we have that many different support options. Okay. And at least we know frames on the map, so... Because you have to, like, go physically find them to give them the Pact ring. I mean, I could try to just keep giving Alier more training for more support conversations. If I can get some of these A-rank conversations, that'd be super sick.
Hi.
You're not going to give me an A-rank conversation.
Really?
You are going to die, though. Alright, well, they can have, like, a C support conversation, I guess. Why not?
I'll be your opponent.
I wonder if I just, like...
I'm Amber. A royal
Do I not, like, keep my units close enough together? Nice zeros across the board. Amber had no shot. Do I just not keep my units close enough together to, like, earn supports up with each other, like, in battle? Like, why am I struggling so much? I've done like all the DLC, I've done like X-Men Max or whatever, and I haven't switched around my team like that much, right? Like some of these have been around since the beginning. Like I've had Chloe, I've had Boucheron,
Let's do this.
Fran, Clan. Like I've been using a lot of them like since the beginning. Yet I still haven't gotten A rank with like any of them, except for Fran now because I like really worked hard to get it.
Somehow I won.
Yeah, I gotta level up. I thought it was gonna be like so overpowered. Yeah, more defense and resistance is fantastic. Okay, let's actually do our weapon refining first, because I don't know. I personally like doing support conversations as like the last sort of thing before heading out. So we're going to do that. So let's see what sort of weapons we want to finish the game off with. I should also make sure... I was like, I should probably buy an extra healing staff or two. I mean, I could wait until I, like, absolutely need them.
Welcome.
But... it'll be good to have, like... you know... that's so much money. So much money. Let's make our weapons first, and then see if there's any money left to buy staves. With, because I can always buy staves, like, at the menus. I don't even need to come here to buy the staves. Alright, let's see what we want to increase. You can get a nice Liberation +5. That's actually kind of huge. Love that. This, we would need more silver, which can be done, but also isn't necessary. Let's see. We have some silver lance +2s. Oh, silver lance +3 would be nice. Yeah, I'm kind of down for that. I don't need to think all that hard about it. Is there any magic stuff that I want to increase? Everybody's got their bonum +2. Oh, okay, right. Only Vale can have that. Can I get you? If I did a lot of exchanging... actually, no, I don't even think I could do that if I wanted to. Can your silver dagger be... oh no, that's a lot of materials. Okay, okay. And I assume this is also going to be a lot of silver. Yep. I don't think the iron dagger at this point is necessary. I should probably change the refining. Whatever I'm using on that iron dagger, I should probably switch that to... I don't know, she has a different thing on the silver dagger. Come on, it's fine. Okay, is there anything that I can upgrade that, like, makes sense to? I like this 11 sword, maybe? Sure. Make that a little bit better. I think our weapons are honestly good enough. I truly do. Like, we could try and increase, like, some of these brave weapons. I've heard through the grapevine that, like, brave weapons aren't very good in this game compared to, like, past games, and I've definitely felt that a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Welcome.
Let's just sort of sell things from the convoy that we're not using. So, like, this steel lance, and this steel axe, and this Elwind, and this steel dagger, and I'm not gonna bother. Alright, so we can actually get a... alright, so we have extra heals. I think I want to buy an extra mend, an extra physic. And then we'll see what else. I have more staves than I've really been using. I should, you know, potentially look into that. But definitely an extra mend.
I thank you.
I think an extra physic.
I thank you.
You know, I'll buy an extra warp staff.
I thank you.
And a rescue staff.
I thank you.
And I think that should be fine. I think all that should be fine. All right, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and look at, you know, bond and support conversations, and then we'll head off to the next chapter.
Can you really become a dragon? That's so perfect. We should find you a king or a maiden.
You've got that distant stare again. I'm afraid to ask who you're picturing me with this time.
Chloe is absolutely writing fanfic about all of her favorite, like, emblems and whatnot. She's writing some Fire Emblem fanfiction. You know that for a fact. But alright, they got their stuff. Alright, let's do support. Let's do... oh, they're all going to be with Alier, so it doesn't really matter. We'll do Let's just go from the bottom to the top. Let's go with Hortensia first, I guess.
Hey, Divine One. What do you think?
Of what?
Come on. Am I cute, sweet, charming? Use your words.
You, exist.
Sure, you're cute enough. Just like always.
That's all you have to say? I put a lot of effort into being adorable, you know?
I think you tried too hard.
The least you could do is notice.
I had no idea. Forgive me for not noticing.
That's all I get? Ugh, I can't believe that didn't work. A pouty face is usually all it takes for people to be extra nice.
What do you want us to do?
Do you have some kind of god training that lets you see through fake crying, Divine One?
God training? I don't think anyone needs special training to see through that.
Hey, fine. Then let me ask you something else. How come you're not fawning over me? I'm unimaginably cute.
I don't treat people differently just because they're cute. Kindness matters much
Let's
more.
go! Facts.
Wrong. Being nice is great and all, but cuteness is a huge advantage.
I mean, it's an advantage, but it is not the most important thing.
I see.
So we'll try this again. Only I'll be even cuter next time, so you can't possibly miss it.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I don't even mind, like, character designs, like, in this game. I feel like Hortensia is a bit much, and I think, honestly, it's only the hair. I think the hair going in the loops is the only thing that is just, like, I don't really like. That, combined with just her sort of attitude, demeanor, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's, like, it's not my favorite. Amber, though. Amber, I'm a fan of. Especially when he just, like, makes random alpaca noises.
Huh? Oh, hey, Divine One.
Good evening, Amber. Did you hear those weird sounds just now? Was that you?
Sure was. I was calling out to my old alpaca friends back in my hometown.
Say again?
My hometown is a quaint little alpaca hamlet. I grew up surrounded by them. Sometimes I get a little homesick and miss my fuzzy friends on the ranch. On my loneliest nights, I come out here, look up at the starry sky, and call to them.
Oh, so that's what that sound was.
Those were the cries of an alpaca. I'm calling out to them in their language.
Their language?
I know. It sounds crazy. There's no way they can hear me from so far away. But this is how I get the sads out. When I call to them, it feels like they're right by my side.
I don't think that's crazy. I'm sure your feelings are getting back to them somehow, Amber.
Aw,
I mean, at the very least, it's at least making you feel better, which is all that really matters. I like Amber. I feel like a lot of people dislike Amber and find him, like, really annoying. I find him fantastic. I think he's great. I think one of my things is I think I started to touch on it before, where, like, this game does serious moments, like, okay, but I think I find it a lot more fun when the game's just having fun with itself, and so I think I find the lighthearted characters just a lot more, I just like them a lot more. I just feel like it fits the vibe of the game more. And I don't know. I like the serious moments, but I like the goofy characters as well.
I'm sorry for what I said. I didn't mean to upset you.
Nah, it's okay. I'm sorry for bursting into tears.
I don't remember what we said to upset her. That was so long ago.
I've just felt really
right.
attached to you since you woke up. No, scratch that.
Yeah, because we like, had to give her, like, a stronger talking to, being like, hey, you're, like, kind of overbearing.
Since before you woke up, I used to sit and chat with you about my life.
Really?
Yeah. If something exciting happened, I'd tell you the good news with a big smile on my face. Or if something was making me sad, I'd sit next to you and have a good cry about it. You were always so easy to talk to. Every single day I sat there and waited for you to wake up.
I didn't realize that.
I knew you couldn't actually hear me. I was just living out my own little fantasy. But then you woke up. I was so excited to talk to you for real. I got kinda carried away.
Fram, I have a request. Please go back to cheering for me like you did before.
What? But you said...
I did. But that was before I knew you kept me company for so long.
Did you not? I think that's, like, one of the first things you learned about Clan and Fram, is that they were there to watch over you, like, while you slept. And Vander.
As far as I'm concerned, you can be as loud and distracting as your heart desires.
You're gonna regret saying that.
Oh, Divine One, you're every bit as amazing as I always imagined. Okay, I, Fram, a president of the DDFC, swear to continue my wholehearted support. As your #1 fan, I'll keep cheering for you with all my heart and soul.
Perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The Divine One looked right at me!
Oh, she's gonna flip when I give her this ring. Oh my gosh. Alright, speaking of which, let's go ahead and do get an Agalabuda. What is this? Aligaludia? What does that mean? Alright, we have to, my understanding, we need to go to my room. Haven't been there in a hot minute, since like the beginning of the game. Oh, it's in like a different building, therefore we have to sit through a loading screen, which means we're gonna have to sit through another one once we leave it. We need to go to our table here to retrieve this Pact ring. No, my ally that I want to give this to should be around. We're gonna go ahead and give Fran this Pact ring and see what this S support conversation is gonna be. Now that she's ended her support line by just saying the Divine Dragon looked right at me. I feel like it's gonna be pretty great. All I'm hoping, all I want is good content. Give it to me, please. Oh, man, like I'm just saying, I was just like, wow, I'm gonna have to try. Like, who else could I S rank in my future playthroughs? Because like I'm not playing through this game like 30 times to get every single one. Obviously, I can like look up the conversations on the internet if I really want, but
So great!
I don't want to do that until the bug of playing Fire Emblem Engage has gone off and I'm not really actively pursuing them anymore. Pact ring! Here you go.
Hey, Fram. There you are.
Divine One, it's you! What can I do for you?
I have something important to talk to you about. It's time, I think, to reevaluate the DDFC.
Oh, okay.
Well, I tried to make sure my cheering wasn't so annoying. I guess it didn't work, huh?
No, that's not it at all.
Oh, are you promoting the Divine Dragon fan club to Divine Dragon official fan club?
Kind of.
No, that's not it either.
Demoting us to unofficial fan club then?
I thought you... What? If you're not official now, then...
Definitely not that.
Well, what is it then, Divine One? Come on!
Okay. Here goes. I don't want you to be my #1 fan.
I want you to be my #1 friend.
Painful. Can't breathe. If I'm not a fan of the Divine Dragon, then who am I even?
Whoa, Fram. Please calm down. I don't want you to be my #1 fan because I want you to be my #1 ally.
#1 ally. #1 ally?
I knew she was gonna freak out.
You had my back long before I woke up. You watched over me on sunny days and on rainy days. On happy days and sad days.
I like the music in the background. It's playing. It's very nice.
Yes, of course. I'd love to be your #1 ally. You and me, battle friends forever.
Well then, Fram, this is for you.
A part of me does miss... So, on one hand, I love that you can give your S support thing to any character in the game. I really think that's an awesome change. A part of me is going to miss the fact that you can just sort of force, weird romantic pairings that you wouldn't have thought of by giving your ring to some sort of romantic partner. I think I am going to miss that a little bit. I could be wrong. I don't think any of the S supports have any romantic implications. Maybe there's one or two that the game devs try and say that Alier like should be with. I don't know. But a part of me misses that. A part of me is like, oh, as kind of weird as it was, like in Three Houses, when you're just like, oh, I need to choose one of my former students to like be my usually opposite sex partner, wife or husband, whatever. It's like, I don't know. It was kind of funny in a way, but this is just like, oh, you've stripped all that away, but at the same time, you can just give it to anybody.
That's super valuable. Are you sure?
I am.
Yep, you're literally my only option right now, because I don't have any support with anybody else.
Oh no, Fram. Are you okay?
I'm just so happy. You didn't just look at me. You offered me the Pact ring. I accept. I really, really do.
That makes me happy, Fram.
Oh, but just one teensy thing. I don't want to stop being your fan. I want to be your #1 ally and your #1 fan. Is that okay? You mean everything to me. Plus, I think I can handle both roles, you know?
If anyone can, you can. I am very lucky to have an ally and a fan like you.
Thank you.
Neat. Oh, you get like a little thing with that, like that too. Oh, that's so cool.
Standing by your side. Allies for always.
Hey, now I do kind of want to feel like every single like conversation of the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get some actual in-game benefits as well. If a unit initiates combat, grants bonus to crit and dodge equal to 2 times the number of allies who have acted this turn. So I can get higher crit chance. So if I was like optimizing it, the bonus effects for higher crit, I would just give the Pact ring to like Alchrist or Etier or Kagetsu, like somebody who like crits a lot. But I didn't really care about upping that. I don't think it's like that insane of a boon, especially on normal mode. Even though that last paralog was a little rough, I think we'll be fine without that. I am going to depart through the world map. I'm looking at the time. I'm worried. No, we can get to the map. We'll get to the map setup. We'll make this a little bit longer. I have time. I was like, I'm worried that the setup might just be like a 20-minute cutscene, and then this episode's going to end up being like an hour, which is possible that it is, but also I'd rather do it now than start the next episode and just have like nothing happening. So, chapter 23, lava fields. Let's see what the setup is here. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like, it's not technically a gauntlet where you can't come back to the Somniel or whatever, but I think story-wise it's going to feel like a gauntlet to just, you know, getting away to Sombron and like beating Sombron. It says the 4 hounds. I think Gris is the only one left alive, so maybe. Oh no, Zephyr is also still around. I wonder if both of them we have to finally kill them.
I'm glad you can tell where they are, Vale. I can't really sense them myself.
Hold on. I see people. It looks like...
Yep.
Yes. Zephyr and Gris. They must be guarding the shard. Are you going to be okay?
If I'm going to stop Papa, then I can't avoid this. Sooner or later, I have to face them. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, this seems pretty straightforward then, probably.
Zephyr, Gris.
My lady, we have been awaiting your arrival. Oh, I see. It's you again. And from the looks of it, the other Lady Vale is no longer with us. She's gone?
That's right.
Wormed your way back in, huh? I never thought you'd come out on top, defect.
Stop calling her that. No one will speak that way about Vale ever again.
You! Hey, whoa! What's this? Aren't you dead?
Nope, I'm the main character. I can die.
I have become an emblem, by the power of all the emblem rings, so I can save this world.
We're here to stop Papa. Both of you, please, step out of the way.
And let you through? I think not. Lord Sombron is opening the portal to other worlds. We're here to protect this shard. Not even our Lady Vale could command us to step aside.
Then you're prepared to die.
You mean to kill us, Lady Vale? Oh, what a sad turn of events.
I mean, you essentially killed her, or at least tried to. So, I mean, all's fair, right?
Even after I doted upon you, cared for you as if you were my own.
No, you discarded her so you could overwrite her with a different veil. So,
It used
no.
to make me happy when you said things like that. but I know they're lies. Now, you're just two of Papa's followers. Enemies to defeat. That's all.
That's right.
Why are you singling us out? There were 4 of us.
And 2 of them are not still protecting Sombron at this point in time, so they're not enemies anymore.
Mabir was my knight. Marnie too, I've been told. She died trying to save me. Why did you kill her? I didn't even get to tell her goodbye.
Which I gotta say, I think I've been watching other people like play. I've been trying to get some like first time reactions to like Fire Emblem Engage, and I've seen some of the like the past cutscenes of like when Marnie was like introduced and some of the chapters after that. Like she's like an actual psychopath, and it makes even less sense the fact that she decided to like sacrifice herself. Like I feel like if you actually look at Marnie's character arc, it actually makes no sense at all. Like she's the one that makes the least amount of sense to try and sacrifice herself for Vale just because she heard something sad about her. Like she straight up like was bullying Vale and had no problem being like, oh, we'll just kill everybody. Like who cares? And so the personality shift is literally like crazy. I thought that in the moment, but I feel like it's been confirmed just by some of the cutscenes that I've seen before and being reminded at like what Marnie was like just a couple chapters before the whole sacrifice thingy.
I took Marnie into my family. I looked after her. What did I get in return? Betrayal.
How can you call the 4 Hounds family? Treating them so viciously.
Because I loved them. When children stray, one must punish them. Or worse, as needed.
That isn't real love.
Oh, is that right? Then maybe I've never known real love. I know my own heart and my own thoughts. That's all that's important to me. But we'll never see eye to eye. Not in 1,000 years. I serve Lord Sombron. I've done so for a very long time. Fully committed to anything he needs.
I got no plans to switch sides. Not even if we lose. Got it?
Sure.
I see. I suppose this is goodbye then.
Alright, maybe they'll finally die this time.
I'm sorry to say.
Oh, we actually haven't been fighting
We've got no other choice but
Gris
to
and
fight them.
Zephy all that much. We only fought Gris once. I don't think we've actually fought Zephy in combat. No, we did it once.
Are you sure?
At least once.
They're not listening.
Oh, no, Gris was twice.
If only they would leave for their own sakes, but they want to fight. We need to stop Papa. That means I have to put them behind me. It's about time I do.
Alright. Well, looking at the time, I think I will actually do the setup for this chapter on the next time. And we'll see if I can do the entire chapter in one episode or if it's going to take 2. I don't really know. But we'll do the setup on the next time. So we'll get like a slight little overview of the battle map. Okay. Doesn't look all that different from Soren's Paralog. So obviously we're in a different starting position, just like the atmosphere-wise. We'll see if there's a similar mechanic or something else. This does look like a pretty big map, and I also think that we are at the point where we are going to have 14 slots, and I think that's going to remain for the last 3 chapters. What I kind of understand about this game is I feel like they encourage you to have like a team of like 12, and then Mavir and Vale are sort of like encouraged to be like, oh, now you have 2 slots, and you just happen to get these 2 characters right when you can do that, so therefore you should be putting them as your 13, 14. I'm not going to do that because I have like 15 or 16 characters on my team, so we're just gonna, make a plan around that. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to setting up and seeing how this chapter goes. Hopefully you are looking forward to it. And so let me know, but I will see you on the next time. So till then, peace out.